What's going on, guys? Welcome back to this TV. Today, here to talk about Frozen 2. Now, this movie has officially released on Blu-ray and DVD, which, as you can see here, quickly take a look at the back. But it has released in theaters last year in November, and it has released on Blu-ray and DVD, and it is actually now available on Disney Plus. So if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it 3 months early, which is kind of cool in my opinion. And since I started my YouTube channel after the movie released, here is my quick little review of the movie. It is a pretty good movie. There are some things I like about it better than I did the first Frozen. The songs were, I don't think, as memorable as the first Frozen, but they were good. Lost in the Woods is very, very 90s. I don't know. It was pretty good. Visually, it is the most stunning film I have seen just by Disney in recent memory. At least animation-wise, it was just super duper beautiful. I mean, everywhere you turned and looked, it was so beautifully animated, and it's cool to see how far animation has come since, like, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or Steamboat Willie. So it was great to see it in that regard. Story-wise, I think I like the story a little better than Frozen, somewhat. It's a little clunky. There are some stuff that are repeating, such as like Olaf somewhat repeating, someone getting frozen. That, again, another repeat of the story. But I did enjoy it. It was a fun film. There was no real villain of the story. I thought there would be, but there actually wasn't. It was just a straight up adventure story going to find something, a part of your past. So it was pretty good in that regard. I did enjoy it. It somewhat left room for a third film, which is partially what I want to talk about today. So where could they go with a third Frozen film? And is it really necessary? In my opinion, I don't think it's necessary. Then again, I really didn't think a sequel to Frozen would be necessary anyway. It was good to watch, though. However, with the success of this one and with the success of the first one, I have no doubt in my mind we will be getting a Frozen 3. And so where could they go? Well, I think they could really explore Arendelle a little bit more. They could go into Hans and Kristoff and Anna's relationship a little bit more, as it was that's one thing. Another thing I have a problem with Frozen 2, it was shown at the end of Frozen, we get a romantic story between Anna and Kristoff, and they're now in love, and then we fast forward to Frozen 2 and Kristoff's going to propose, and so there's some gaps that need to be filled, in my opinion. It could be kind of a side story of maybe an Olaf's journey of self-discovery or really becoming mature. I mean, that was a huge theme of his arc in Frozen 2. So there's a possibility that they could go that direction. An offshoot here, they really could go really super far and show that their grandfather survived, and after all this happened, he's mad and wants to take revenge or something like that. They could do that. I don't think that's a smart idea, but that's a possibility. I think what we could see is Anna's story. We see a little bit here and there as pockets, but we don't really see a full story for her. I think what they could do is, because the first two films, it feels like Elsa's story is complete. It's got a beginning, it's got an end. Like, it starts off, she's afraid of her powers, and now she's truly accepted it into the person she's supposed to be. Anna's story, I feel, could need some closure. So that's, I think, the most likely direction they will go in with a Frozen 3, is completing Anna's story in the very same way of like Toy Story 4. We know Andy's story was complete in the first 3 movies, but now we get to see another character's story complete in Toy Story 4. So they could go that route. I think that's probably the wisest thing for them to do, is to really just dive deep into Anna and her character if they were to do a Frozen 3. Like I said, I don't think it's necessary, but they're probably going to do it. I mean, it's Disney. They're going to want to do a Frozen 3. With that, I mean, like, it's kind of hard to really comprehend what they could do with the Frozen 3. There's a lot that they could do. But I think wrapping up on the story and really just capitalizing on that part would probably be the smartest thing to do, as the first 2 movies wrapped up Elsa's story really, really well. And then you have a whole trilogy of movies, and you could just watch all 3 in one day. So there you go. Anyway, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for upload videos on Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and so much more. Also, if you don't have Disney Plus, make sure to buy your copy of Frozen 2. And if you have Disney Plus, you can watch it now. It's also available to download on like iTunes and Google Play, so if you want the movie, definitely get it. But other than that, I will see you all in the next video. Have a magical day. Goodbye.